There are many secrets concerning how to win in the game of trading. They aren't supposed to be secrets, but most gurus have filled the internet with lies, deceits, fake lifestyles, strategies that do not work. Now, this in turn makes what is supposed to be available to you easily on the internet to become hidden, thus making them secrets. Now, the no effort method is the art of using the most simplistic and ancient approach to trading the financial markets. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Every new concept idea you knew recently were sponsored by people that needed something to sell. Because if you notice, many of these concepts are perfectionist. It sells you a dream that you'll be able to predict the market, you'll be able to predict the next move. It sells you a dream that you'll be able to flip your account. It sells you a dream that you'll be able to pass challenges so fast. It sells you a dream that it hardly fails. You hear things like 90%, 100% win rate. While the ancient style promotes you understanding that trading is a game of probabilities, the new styles do not. I'll share the exact strategy most top silence traders use. Of course, I use this approach and that's why I'm profitable. Not just that, I've helped hundreds of people become and remain profitable. So this is exactly what the rich guys know. So there are 4 strong arms in trading that makes up an edge. Okay, we have the fundamentals, which is the news reports, the COT report, interest rates, and inflation, etc, employment rate, and all that. They are in touch with this. Okay, now when it comes to this technical strategy, they have a solid technical strategy. When it comes to risk management, they have a solid plan, which I'm going to dive deep into. And then when it comes to psychology, they have a solid plan that makes up an edge. But on YouTube, there are many videos about these things. And the whole point of this video trying to tell you is that on YouTube there are many informations, but these informations are rookie informations. They are unrealistic, and many of them are out there to set you up. You have this one person you follow on YouTube, and every single video he makes, the strategies are different. Have you asked yourself, what strategy is he using? You watch somebody today, they are saying all you need to make mama proud is increasing your lot size. So here you're going to have the complete information you need to actually win at trading forever. So if you want to start with fundamentals, then we're going to know this. The whole point of them going through fundamentals, knowing the news, knowing everything, is because they want to know weak and strong currencies. Okay, they want to know why GBP will be strong or why it will be weak in the coming week or in the coming month or in the coming quarter. That's exactly what they want to know, because these people are looking for they're looking at the very big picture. They are not into 1 minute scalping. Okay, and I said it, a lot of things that make them understand this ranges from inflation of that currency, of that country, the inflation rate, the interest rates, the employment rates, and how investors are willing to invest in that currency. The next is technical strategy. Personally, I believe with if you have a good technical strategy, then without all of these fundamentals, you can still win at trading, because I have done that countlessly. I do fundamentals but very little. Now technical strategy is so important that even if you've been able to understand what the currencies are doing, you have been able to know COT reports and all of these things. Okay, the truth is that if you don't have the technical confirmation that this is happening, then you don't go in. So that's how important the technicals are, and that's just a lot of people don't just care about fundamentals and they just care about technicals and they still win at trading, because all you have to do is just pay attention to what the market is showing you. And what do these traders do when it comes to a technical strategy? Now we have 3 important factors: trend following, a higher time frame, and simple entry signal. Now many things are on YouTube recently, and they are ranging from concept to concept, different complicated names, different complicated ideas. Listen, you can never ever meet perfection in this industry. You would never meet perfection. I need to be very honest with you. You only be able to manage risk and take money when available, because everything else that points you to perfection in the industry is going to destroy your psyche. And that's why most of these traders just work with trend following. Listen, if the market is bullish, you buy. If the market is bearish, you buy. As simple as that. If the market is bearish, you buy on pullbacks. The market is bullish, you buy on pullbacks. It's that simple, because when the market is bearish, it's a sign that the base currency is weak. And if the market is bullish, that's a sign that the base currency is strong. So why do you try to look for too many other trades, buy trades, or trying to trade retracements or catch counter trends and all that? Why? Is going away from the main idea that the base currency is weak. You're literally chasing money. You're literally chasing the dopamine that comes with winning a trade. And that's why you fail. That's why a lot of people find trading really, really hard, because everything they know is far from trend following. They try to predict tops and bottoms. Now the market is bullish. At what point do you know it's gonna reverse? You cannot know. And if you trying to pick reversals, you always be caught off guard, because the truth is, on every uptrend, pullbacks might not be significant each time. You can have this higher high, have a very small pullback like this, and then we go up, then we have a small one, and then we go up, and then we have a big one, and then we continue. You cannot predict. What profitable traders do, acknowledge that the market is strong, wait for it to come to strong areas of support. Okay, so when you hear areas of support, a bullish fair value gap is an area of support, a bullish order block, a breaker, it's a level of support, or even a liquidity run, a sell side liquidity run is a level of support. Now these are exactly what you should be looking for to look for trade. Now, higher time frame, the higher time frame carry really less noise than the lower time frame. If you see an FVG on the higher time frame, it's more stronger than an FVG on the 15 minutes time frame, and this FVG is most likely to hold, and this price is most likely to run this one. So when you are focused on higher time frame important areas, then you have it easier. Okay, now the next is simple entry signal. Now this is where a lot of traders mess up. The traders that do not know when to literally strike, they don't, because the entry signal is too many or too complicated, and yeah, it makes them hesitate, makes them confused, and make them run into anxiety. Now the truth is, the secret to execute flawlessly is to execute simplistically, because when it's simple, then you can do it. Now I'm going to show you a very simple approach on my chart. So a typical example is what I'm about to show you right now on gold. Now this is my higher time frame, and if you're familiar with how I trade, everybody knows if you're not new to this channel, I focus on my higher time frames, I focus on my weekly, I focus on my daily, I focus on my 4 hours. These are my time frames where I get my direction and my POIs from. Okay, my important areas to trade. Because see, the weekly is bullish, making higher highs and higher lows, very, very impulsive going up. We see that the daily is also very bullish. You created this high, low, high, low. You can see it, and we have already broken it. We have even broken this high, so we are bullish. Okay, now if you check the 4 hours, what do we see? High, low, the same trend, high. Now, do you know there are people out there that are trying to catch a retracement that is to happen? They're like, okay, price has gone too high, so let us look for this leg. But guess what? They all lost money on Friday. Why? Because they are trying to predict. Just take a look at the daily. They're trying to predict the retracement. Has that shown you? Did the market tell you a retracement is coming? No. No bearish candle, no sign. And these are those traders that fail. They want to predict a reversal. Look at the weekly. The best thing you can do is keep buying. You are bullish, you're going up, keep buying. Now you will find time frames that are kind of impulsive. Once that this impulsive, creating more and more bullish candles on a stack, then so when you drop to a lower time frame like the daily, you would see that the daily is also very impulsive. 2 impulsive candles in a stretch. You keep dropping till you find a time frame where you can see a pullback, because entering on an impulse is not a smart idea. You want to see where there is a pullback. That time frame we saw on Friday was 4 hours. Okay, between daily, weekly, and 4 hours, if they're all hyper impulsive, then the 4 hours will most likely have a retracement. And see, you trace to this fair value gap, and then you drop to the 1 hour, you're going to see price run a liquidity sweep, a sell side liquidity. There's a liquidity sweep here, and you get to lower time frame entries and you aim for this high or something higher. Of course, I still expect gold to keep buying inside next week. So this is as simple as possible. This is exactly what you should always do. You have to follow the trend because that's the only way. You don't fight it. Okay. So what about risk management? Now I need you to take a very good read. Sustainability, because no strategy will ever change the fact that trading is risky. Most of the reason why these fake gurus have something to sell is because they know that new traders are looking for a holy grail. New traders are looking for what works most of the times, all of the times. Now I bet you, if your win rate in a particular month is 90%, then it's most likely that you're going to have 2 bad months after. I didn't make the shows. Go check it. This is regardless whether you're profitable or not. In fact, as a matter of fact, the older I get in this industry, I start hating the term profitable. It looks like there is this destination that traders have to attain. There is this place or that traders have to get to where they stop losing, where they start making money, where the psychology is perfect, where everything about them is perfect. Like, that's why the term profitability, I don't like it anymore, because there is no such thing like that. What happens is you just keep mastering how the market is and start letting go of your ego, start letting go of your wrong expectations, start letting go of every single thing you've thought wrongly about the market. Sustainability, because no strategy will ever change the fact that trading is risky. So most strategies you see on YouTube are crafted to lure you into being obsessed with winning. The truth is that every single pattern will not work the same way. Every single trade idea would not work out. Every single trade plan would not work every single time. You cannot consistently have 100% win rates in months after months in a full year. You cannot have even 80% win rate every month. You can't even have every month up to 70% every month. You won't. Not even 60%. So you need to understand why risk management is important. And risk management doesn't mean you should use 0.01 lot size. That's not what I'm trying to talk about. Risk management is understanding the capital you have, your tolerance. Okay, risk management is understanding your capital and risk tolerance, because the only way is risking a particular percentage of your account, and the only way you determine that percent is based on your risk tolerance. So who are you? More like, what's your personality? Are you somebody that if you lose 50% of your account, you're gonna lose your mind? Are you somebody whereby if you blow your account, you're gonna lose your mind? Now, this solely depends on how rich or broke you are. If you have something on the side that makes you a lot of money, and then you just funded 1% of your net worth, then trust me, blowing your account is not gonna hurt. That's exactly what I mean by risk tolerance. And if you're someone that have nothing going on and you're depending on forex to change your life, then whatever risk that is going to blow your account is going to destroy your psyche and traumatize you. So you want to be very, very aware about this. So if we move below, you see this losing streak will happen regardless of your experience or strategy. That's exactly why I talked about profitability, that I don't like the idea of people thinking when you get to that profitability, that spot, then you're never gonna lose again, or you're gonna have more wins than losses every single month, or every single week is gonna be rosy. It's a lie. In fact, I don't see that as a destination. I just see it that when somebody realizes, after so many trials, so many errors, so many failures, so many pain, tears, after you realize that, okay, you cannot make it in this industry if you don't succumb to what the industry really is, which is the uncertainty, the risk involved, and that's everything about trading. You need to succumb to that and manage risk and trade one strategy for life. Trade one strategy, manage risk, know when the strategy is going to perform more than when it's not going to perform. You're going to know that from your journaling and from forward testing. over a long period of time. Experience. So losing streaks will happen. It could be 10 losses in a row, 5 losses in a row. Okay, will always happen. And it could be 20 even when you're profitable. It happens. I've done a video about this on my channel about the February that just passed, how much I lost even as a profitable trader. In March, I've gotten everything back. I've taken all my accounts to break even, but it happened to me. I mean, I was profitable for a long time and it still happened to me. So regardless of your experience or strategy, then you will lose challenges and there is nothing you can do. Now this is prop firm traders who think if you're profitable you pass every challenge. Traders that go ahead and pay money to gurus that run service of your challenge will be passed, 100% guarantee. If you are this kind of person and you are patronizing such service or you are about to patronize such service, then you're stupid, because there is no 100% guarantee in passing your challenge. Whether be it robot, whether be it manual, it's not going to be possible. Blowing challenge is perfectly normal and it will happen to you countless times. The reason why traders are profitable with prop firms is because they do the maths. You could lose 3 challenges in a row, pass one, get a payout, and recover all you have lost, and manage to get another payout and even make more money. You can still blow it along the line, or you can get more payouts from it if you're very disciplined with risk management. Because the idea is that when you're trading challenges, you don't want to go too low on risk. But when you're trading funded account, you want to reduce risk so much so that you can hold the account for long, which makes you more profitable in the cycle. Because when you hold one account and get multiple payouts from it, it's canceling most of your failed challenges and even more to fail in future and still be in profit. So failing a challenge is normal. Even blowing a funded account is normal. Okay, but if you have the skill, you will pass more and you get more payouts than blowing an account. And people that do not have the skill at all, they are going to always blow an account. And even if they manage to pass 1 or 2 from luck, they're always going to find a way. They're always going to blow the funded account. Very normal. So when you have these 2 things at heart, you know that losing streaks will happen regardless. You know you are going to blow the account. So why are you risking 5% per trade? Why are you risking 10% per trade? Why are you risking 7% per trade? Why? This is why the professionals risk 2% max. And this is their max risk. It's not their minimum risk. Neither is it their normal risk. So for a perfect A+ setup, perfect timing, perfect pair, perfect setup, everything clean, perfect time of the week, time of the day, time of the year, they go with a 2%. That's a max. That's a best full risk. And when they are not confident, they go with 1% risk. When the conditions are not clear, but they know there's a chance of it working out, they risk 1%. And when they are in a losing streak, or they have been in a winning streak for so long, then they drop their risk to 0.5%. So there are 3 percentages: this or this or this. Now, personally, after winning 5 trades, I drop my risk to 0.5% after 5 wins. Why? Almost 100% guarantee that there's going to be a loss after 5 wins in a row. Like, there is almost 100% guarantee. So I form my risk to 0.5% and I do that for the next 3 trades. Then what about losing streaks? After 5 losses in a row, I drop my risk to 0.5% also. But then that's not for the next 3 trades. Like this case, this is going to be till I have my first win. So this would continue till I have my first win. Then if that trade is a perfect trade, then I go with a 2% on that. After my first win, I go back to normal. And me going back to normal is me trading with the 2% normal with my A+ setups till I encounter any streaks again. So this is exactly what it is to be profitable. And now we have the best and the most important. Everybody likes talking about psychology. It makes 80% of trading, but it's not true, because all of these are very important in trading. And if you have the best psychology, poor risk management, you will lose. If you have the best psychology, terrible strategy, you will lose. So Psychology plays a very big role, but 80%, let's see. If you fix these two things, your trading psychology problems will be over. This detaching your sense of self-worth from trading, having no money problems. Now that's it. This is what the big players do. This is what the big retail traders do that really trade. Okay? When you have your sense of self-worth attached to trading, it's the same thing as having nothing else to do with your life except trading. You lock yourself, you hear them say locked in, lock yourself in, lock in, and then you truly lock in. You do not exercise, you do not eat healthy, you do not meet people, you do not interact with people, you don't have any side hustle, you don't have anything, you don't do anything for fun. You just stay on your system, back testing, studying, trading round the clock. What happens is slowly you attach your sense of self-worth to trading. When you're on a losing streak, you feel like shit, you feel bad, you feel terrible, you feel like the worst, especially when you go online and everybody is making money, audio money, and then you're going to feel so bad. And if this happens to you, then you're in for a disaster. It's not a matter of time for you to blow all your accounts, even if you've been funded before. For every day you trade, you need to find a way to detach your sense of self-worth from trading. And how do you do that? Get a side income. Get a side income. That is exactly how you distract yourself. And whenever you want to make money, you think about how you can make that money from your side income, not how you can make it from trading. Whenever you need money, think about your side income, not trading. That's it. And another way to detach the sense of self-worth from trading is not to care about your wins, because your wins could be so large and even supersedes your income, your job, whatever way you make money from the side. And then you need to understand that this money is temporary. You have to bear it in mind that it's just luck. More like you just made that money and it has nothing to do with you never losing again. It has nothing to do with you always making it in future. You made it, okay, cool. Use the money to invest, use the money to do something else, but also know it's not going to happen every single time. Now when you have that mindset that, okay, losses are ahead of me, that's fine. I made this now, okay, I'm grateful for that. It's a privilege. I can make this. Invest the money. You don't try to spend it lavishly and come back to the market and ask for more. You're going to get ripped off. Okay, now, having no money problems. The best traders are not broke. That's it. If you're broke, you're never going to do well. Your psychology is always going to be bad. You'll be greedy, you'll be fearful, you have fear of missing out, you have all the bad psychology. So the two ways to fix psychology is having no money problems and detaching your sense of self-worth from trading. And this is the only way to win at trading. And if you take a look at these edges again, you'll see that every single of them is what you actually need to succeed. And many of these advices I gave, you will find it on YouTube. Many of them you would find them all in a very scarce, rare channels, and these channels don't have views. These channels are not cared about. And this is because this is not what beginners want. This is not what they want to hear. There are very few mentors out there that tell people these things. I decided to build a brand that teach people what it takes to be a profitable trader long term. And if you're watching the channel for the first time, thank your stars, subscribe, because everything you need to know is embedded in this channel. You have to take your time, you go through the videos, and you would find your edge. So now let's take a look at this student. So I met this student in 2024 and he had a side income. And he was not serious, he was not consistent. And I can remember telling him, he would tell me he had a client. I am Nigerian, he's Cameroonian. He was able to merge trading and his side income, and this is him making his first payout. Now it's exactly 1 year when he did his first payout from when he joined. And this is exactly what I talked about. I've talked about this before, that if you have a solid side income distracting you and then you come into trading, you might become profitable faster than the regular guy that has been in it for years. But then if you come into trading with a side income and then you delegate your time properly, you have your time for your trading, you have your time for your whatever, you're able to delegate it properly. You can do this in 6 months. You can even do this in less than 6 months. The mindset is to keep your mind on it's gonna take you 5 years. But the mindset is to keep you less pressured. But by delegating time smartly and having a side income that takes care of your bills, trust me, getting profitable is way simpler. If you want to learn everything I talked about right here really quicker and you want to put it into practice, it's with a consistent guide, and watch me use every of this concept live in your front, and I guide you to using them the same way I use them over time period till you become a master of this. Then slide into the description, you're gonna see a link, and that's my DM on Telegram. Send me a DM, and all I want you to do in that DM, just send me Forex. Okay, just send me Forex in that DM, and then we're gonna have a chat. We're gonna discuss, we're gonna talk about your trading struggle, where you're lacking. All you need is 90 days to know this, and not just know this, know how to apply it. And not just know how to apply it, start making money from these same markets quicker than you've ever imagined. And if you found this video really helpful, the next video on the screen is everything you need to know about daily bias. If you trade ICT or SMC, this style is the simplest method I put together for you to be able to understand how to find your daily bias. Go watch it. Peace.